Hello students, very good afternoon to all of you. Today I am going to begin with the new chapter of your book Beehive, that is Reach for the Top, which is the 8th chapter. And in this chapter Reach for the Top, we are going to read the stories of two great women who achieved success, or who reached the top, who achieved success, who reached to the height of success only because of their determination and hard work. And so this in this chapter we are going to read a biographical story that tells us about the lives of two great women, that is Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. And it also tells us about the achievement of these two strong ladies who achieved success despite hardships. And one thing common between these two was that they defied all odds to pursue their passion and succeeded in it through reach. Through this chapter, we will learn that how hard work and determination can help you go a long way. Moreover, it also shows us that in order to achieve immense success, we require determination, training, and sacrifice as well. And it also shows us that the path of success is not easy, but the results are surely sweet and satisfying. Thus, this chapter will serve you as an inspiration for all those who are looking to find some motivation to pursue their dreams and walk the path of success. So, now we are going to start with the very first part of this chapter, that is Santosh Yadav. So, that means we are going to study about this great woman Santosh Yadav. You must have heard about this woman. Yes, this woman is the first woman to climb the Mount Everest twice. And that is, first he just climbed the Mount Everest in the year 1992, and secondly again she climbed the Mount Everest in the year 1993. So we can say that this chapter, or this part 1, it is an inspirational account of the phenomenal success and achievements of an Indian woman mountaineer, Santosh Yadav, who beat all odds and prejudices to script a success story. And thanks to her sterling qualities of perseverance, patience, commitment, persistence, and constancy of purpose. So, all these things, all these qualities of perseverance, that is hard work, patience, and commitment, and continuous and constant determination, that is constantly moving towards the goal, helped her to finally achieve success and fulfill her dreams. So now we are going to read about this woman. The very first paragraph of the chapter says, the only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. And when her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was so surprised, nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work, and Santosh was born the sixth child in a family with 5 sons, a sister to 5 brothers. And she was born in the village of Jonia, was of Rewari district in Haryana. So now, in this paragraph, the narrator says that when this article was written, Santosh Yadav was the only woman in the world who have climbed the Mount Everest twice, and she was born in such a society which was biased towards having a male child over a female child, although they did not consider the birth of a girl child to be unfortunate, but it was not celebrated either. So, in Indian society, you all very well know that the birth of a girl child is not at all welcome. Nobody like the birth of a girl child, and they celebrate the birth of a male child on the other hand. So this thing prevails in the Indian society, in India only. So when Santosh was to be born, a saint, assuming that Santosh's mother wanted a son, blessed her that she would beget a son. As she already have 5 sons, Santosh's grandmother said to the saint that they did not want a son at all, because already in the family they had 5 sons. The saint was amazed to hear this and blessed her alternatively. Then the blessing turned into a reality as Santosh was born, and she was the youngest child, a sister to 5 brothers. And Santosh was born in a village named Joniawaz in Rewari district of Haryana. Then the next paragraph says, the girl given the name Santosh, which means contentment. So you all know the meaning of the word Santosh. Every word or every name of a person has some meaning. So in the same manner, Santosh, the name of this girl was, when she was born, girl child was born, she was named as Santosh, means contentment. So but Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. So she was just opposite to her name. She began living life on her own terms from the start. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. And looking back, she says now, from the very beginning I was quite determined that if I chose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. So in these lines, the word contentment, as you all know, means satisfaction. So although Santosh's name mean contentment or satisfaction, she was dissatisfied with the traditional way of life. Then from the very young age only, she started living life on her own terms. She did not used to listen to anybody. She used to live the life as she wanted. While other girls wore traditional Indian dresses like salwar kameez, she preferred wearing shorts. And Santosh now recollects and think of the past that from childhood only she was determined to live life according to what she felt was right for her. And if she was right in her way, then others would have to change their way and not her. So she was so determined and she was so strict, or you can say she was so determined that nothing could move her, would deter her from her way of thinking. She did not like to wear salwar kameez since beginning, and as it is customary that in Indian society, Indian ladies and especially in the villages, the girls are made to wear salwar kameez. But Santosh Yadav, right from the beginning when she was small, she preferred wearing shorts. So she always went against the society. Then Santosh's parents were affluent landowners who could afford to send their children to the best schools, even to the country's capital New Delhi, which was quite close by. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. So in these lines, in this paragraph, the word affluent means well-to-do. In line with means following or in accordance with or according to. Custom means tradition. So Santosh's parents owned land and were wealthy. So they were rich and they could even afford the money to send their children to study in schools in Delhi, which was near their village. But still, due to the prevailing custom, they decided to send Santosh to a school in the village only. Then Santosh decided that she had to take her own path when the right time came. And at the age of 16, as most of the girls in her village were married off, she was also pressurized by her parents to get married. But she was determined to pursue her aim, to pursue her dream. So she fought against it. She just went against her parents. She just fought with everyone, and she went forward to achieve what he wanted. Then the next paragraph says, a marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees, and her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So now you can see that how strong she was. So in these lines, the word the last thing means the least important thing, politely means gently. So now in these lines, the narrator says that for her getting married from nowhere in the list, she wanted to get proper education before getting married. And Santosh left home and got admission in a school in Delhi. So she was so bold that she herself went to Delhi to take admission in one of the schools there. Her parents refused to fund her studies, to give money for her studies, and she gently replied that she would herself fund her studies by working part time. Upon seeing her determination, the parents softened their stand and agreed to pay for her education. Then the fifth paragraph says, wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examinations and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. And Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day, I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered to the affirmative and motivated me to take to climbing. So in these lines, urge means strong desire, check it out means find out the truth, and answered in affirmative means gave a positive reply. So in these lines, Santosh wanted to be highly qualified and her father accepted her wish. And after passing high school, she joined to Maharani College at Jaipur and stayed at the Kasturba Hostel. The Aravali Hills were near the hostel. Often she saw villagers climbing the hills and disappearing behind it. And now she was curious to know what was beyond the hills. And one day she decided to find out. Then Santosh found a few mountaineers who allowed her to join them in the mountaineering expedition. Then further, the next paragraph, sixth paragraph says, then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttar Kashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of May. And I was supposed to be in Uttar Kashi on the 21st, so I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at Uttar Kashi. So now in these lines, the words like no looking back, this phrase means to progress without interruption or impediment. Enrolled means took admission into, and headed means straight for or went towards. So in these lines, it is said that since then, Santosh, she progressed gradually to become an accomplished mountaineer. Now she just dreamt of becoming a mountaineer. She saved money to get enrolled in a mountaineering course at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering at Uttarkashi. And as her college semesters end got delayed and she did not have time to visit home before reporting at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, so what she decided? She just decided to go there directly, and she went directly to the institute and wrote a letter of apology to her father because she had enrolled for the course without his permission. Then the next paragraph says, thereafter Santosh went on an expedition every year and her climbing skills matured rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and the altitude. Equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and an amazing mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. The culmination of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992. Just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravalli mountaineers if she could join them, at barely 20 years of age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of fellow climbers. So, in these lines, you can see that Santosh, she went on an expedition every year and improved her skills gradually, and she developed immunity to cold weather and heights. So it is very necessary that the person who is climbing Mount Everest, because as you go up the oxygen level reduces and it is too cold, so until and unless you develop this immunity to cold weather and heights, you cannot climb the peak of Mount Everest. So Santosh had the qualities of physical strength, mental strength, and strong willpower. And in 1992, 4 years after her first casual climb on the Aravalli Hills, she climbed Mount Everest. She was just 20 years of age at that time. Santosh became the youngest woman in the world to climb the peak, and her seniors were impressed by her qualities of physical strength, mental strength, and strong willpower. Her companions on expeditions found her to be concerned for others and willing to work as a team. So she had all the qualities, and everybody, all her companions were happy with her as she showed her concern for everyone. She looked after them and she worked as a team with everybody. She joined hands with everybody and she worked as a team. So the next paragraph says, that is the 8th paragraph, says, during the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to a climber who lay dying at the South Pole, and she was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. So here in these lines it is said that during the 1992 expedition to Everest, Santosh Yadav, she tried to save a fellow climber but was unsuccessful. Though she wanted, but she was not successful in saving the life of one of his fellow climbers. Then she was successful, but on the other hand, she was successful in saving another fellow climber named Mohan Singh, who fell short of oxygen, and she saved his life by sharing her oxygen with him. Then the next 9 paragraph says, within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time, thus setting a record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice. and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. Annals is what? Historic period or historic records, you can say that. In recognition of her achievements, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri. So bestowed upon her means honored her with, and top honors are the highest award. So in these lines it is said that within the next year she had joined a group of Indo-Nepalese mountaineer women. Then she climbed the peak the second time, becoming the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice. And Santosh made India proud by getting her name recorded in the historic records of mountaineering. And the Indian government honored her achievement by giving her the Padma Shri award, which is the highest award of honor. Then the next paragraph says, describing her feelings when she was literally on the top of the world, Santosh has said, it took some time for the enormity of the moment. Enormity of the moment means a very great moment. Sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. Also a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So in these lines, sink in means be understood. Held in a loft means held it up high. And fervent means having strong and sincere feelings. So in these lines it is said that Santosh now recollects her feelings. She just thought of her feelings when she was literally at the top of the world, and she took time to realize that she had achieved something big, and she hoisted the Indian flag at the top of the Mount Everest on the highest point of the world, and she cannot put the great feelings into words. She felt proud preserving the environment, and she did her bit by bringing down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So I hope you all have understood this chapter, and you also might be motivated by the story of this great Indian woman. So now we are going to discuss the theme of this chapter. What is the theme of this chapter? This chapter is based on the theme that success comes to those who dare and do. And this theme runs throughout the account of Santosh Yadav's education, training and success as a woman mountaineer in the country, where discrimination against women is rampant. And Santosh defied all odds, customs, traditions and prejudices to script her phenomenal success through hard work, persistence, effort, focus on the goal and mental and physical toughness. And Santosh has really reached the highest top that a woman mountaineer could reach, not just once but twice. And she is a wonderful role model to emulate. And the main message of this chapter is that it conveys the message that one must set one's eye on the stars and strive hard to achieve the goal through hard work, determination and constant and persistent efforts. Continuously you should make efforts. Whatever your dream is, you should continuously move towards that direction, towards your aim, with constant and continuous efforts. And instead of complaining against the ills in society, one can dare to change the systems and shape one's own destiny. And once one has achieved great heights, one must shoulder the responsibility to achieve success and glory in their own areas of interest, just like Santosh Yadav has done. So what do you come to know about Santosh Yadav characters after reading this story? You can see that Santosh Yadav in this chapter has been portrayed as a firm-willed, decisive, courageous, adventurous girl who is endowed with a rational mind and physical and mental toughness. And born in a small village of Haryana, Santosh had an independent temperament right from the beginning and wished to live life on her own terms. She knew fully well that her conservative family would pressurize her to adhere to the traditional way of life, but at the same time she was aware that if she chose a correct and a rational path, she would be able to change others and win their support. So Santosh Yadav had the courage to oppose what she considered to be wrong, and when her parents insisted that she should get married on turning 16, she put her foot down and made it clear that her first priority was getting educated. And determined as she was, she got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. And when the parents threatened that they would not pay her school fees, she told them that she would work part time to pay for her education. And her parents had to finally refer or relent or agree before her determination. Then later on, her iron will, physical endurance, and mental toughness helped her to join Maharani College, Jaipur, and then Nehru Institute of Mountaineering at Uttarkashi. And her hard work and determination, mental strength, and physical fitness equipped her for undertaking the dangerous journey to reach Mount Everest, the top of the world, successfully. Not only once but twice. And her humanitarian attitude and team spirit came to the forefront during her expedition when she helped her fellow climbers, and her concern for environment was evident when she brought down as much as 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So all these qualities and amazing achievements helped Santosh earn one of the nation's top awards, that is Padma Shri. And she is a motivation for young men and women of the world. And if we see the character of Santosh Yadav's parents, so we can say that they were affluent, that means they were well off, but they were orthodox, conservative landlords. And they liked to live according to the prevailing customs in the family. However, whenever they tried to make Santosh toe the line set by tradition and the girl offered resistance, they yielded because they loved her from the core of their heart and knew that she had chosen a correct and rational path. Thus, Santosh kept on getting support from her parents, which in the long run helped her reach the zenith of glory, the height of glory. So now let us discuss the questions at the back. The first question says, answer these questions in one word, one or two sentences each. The paragraph numbers within brackets provide clues to the answers. Why was the holy man who gave Santosh's mother his blessings surprised? So for this we can say that the holy man who blessed Santosh's mother was surprised because Santosh's grandmother said that they did not want a son, as she already had 5 sons and they only wanted to be blessed with a gifted child. And the holy man was surprised because every mother wanted to give birth to a son, contrary to Santosh's mother. Then the second question, give an example to show that even as a young girl, Santosh was not ready to accept anything unreasonable. For this we can say that Santosh was not always content with her place in the traditional way of life. She began living life on her own terms from the beginning only. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dress, Santosh always preferred to wear shorts. The next question, why was Santosh sent to the local school? So for this we can say that although her parents were wealthy and could send her to a good school in the city of Delhi, they sent her to the village school because they followed the traditions. Fourth question, when did she leave home for Delhi and why? For this we can say at the age of 16, Santosh left for Delhi and got admission in a school there. She wanted to get good education before getting married. And although her parents did not support her initially, they heeded to her determination and accepted her decision. The next question, why did Santosh's parents agree to pay for her schooling in Delhi and what mental qualities of Santosh are brought into light by this incident? So for this we can say that initially Santosh's parents refused to support her financially and she accepted this and decided to work part-time to pay her school fee. And then her parents softened and consented to support her. This shows that she was determined and did not want she did what she thought was right and what she wanted, and that others had to change their path accordingly. She will not change, but others will have to change. Then next question, answer each of these questions in a short paragraph about 30 words. So in this, the first question is, how did Santosh begin to climb mountains? For this we can say that when Santosh joined the Maharani College of Jaipur, she resided at the Kasturba hostel and it was located near the Aravali hills, and every day she saw the villagers climb the hills and disappear behind them. Then she grew inquisitive and finally one day she joined a group of mountaineers to unfold the mystery, and this way she started climbing mountains. So now the next question. The second question says, what incident during the Everest expedition show her Santosh's concern for her teammates? So we can say that Santosh tried to save a fellow climber but was unsuccessful at it. But later she was successful in saving the life of a fellow climber named Mohan Singh by sharing her oxygen cylinder with him. Third question is, what shows her concern for the environment? So we can say that she brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas, which shows her concern for the environment. Then the next question, fourth one, says, how does she describe her feelings at the summit of the Mount Everest? So we can say that Santosh was full of happiness and pride when she was literally on the top of the world. As she unfurled the Indian flag, she felt proud of being an Indian, and it was a spiritual moment for her. Fifth question says, Santosh Yadav got into the record books both times she scaled Mount Everest. What were the reasons for this? So for this we can write that the first time when Santosh climbed the Mount Everest, she became the youngest woman to scale the Everest. And when she climbed it the second time, she became the first woman in the world to have climbed the Everest twice. Now the next question. Complete the following statements. First one is, from her room in Kasturba hostel, Santosh used to, so you have to complete it. What you will fill in the blank? So you will write, she used to watch the villagers climb the Aravali hills. And when she finished college, Santosh had to write a letter of apology to her father because she had enrolled for a mountaineering course at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi. The third, during the Everest expedition, her seniors in the team admired her determination, while her concern for others endeared her to fellow climbers. Then the next question, pick out words from the text that mean the same as the following words or expressions. So the first one, took to be true without proof means assumed. What will come? The one word from the whole text is assumed. Based on reason, sensible or reasonable. So for this you can write rational. One word is rational. third one, the usual way of doing things. So the one word from the whole text is custom. The usual way of doing things is custom. A strong desire arising from within, fourth one. So here for this, one word is resistance. Sorry, the fourth one, the answer is not resistance but it is urge. Now the fifth one, the power to endure without falling ill. So here it is resistance. So I hope you all have understood it and you'll complete the question and answers. So for today, goodbye and thank you.